Uzizingala fagat. It seems like we had a bit of audio issues this morning, but you have got to see the pictures. Welcome to this glorious sunrise safari. My name's Brent Smith, and I'm busy thawing from being a popsicle. I heard these lions roaring and mating from camp, rushed up into this area, and as we got here, they roared again, which led us to where they are. And as you would have seen in silence, they mated not so long ago. So hopefully they're going to mate again shortly. Now, with lions mating, on average it's about once every 15 minutes. And that's the same male who we saw on yesterday's sunset safari with the hole in his lip. And remember, we're on a live African safari. You are seeing this dozy male lion at the exact same time as us. And also you can ask us questions using the hashtag SafariLive on Twitter, or pop us an email, questions@WildEarthTV. And I have got Gerard on camera with me this morning, and Jamie and Dangerous Dave are out on the other vehicle, and we have Rebecca and Louise in final control. Well, let's enjoy this golden morning light on these big cats. So there's an Nkuma lioness. I'm not sure which one just yet. You can see it's got a very distinct little scar there in the middle of it. There we go, there it is, under my finger. Oh, lovely, lovely light. Now, lucky for us, they didn't wander north. Oh, he looks so comfortable. So you just got to be on the game drive radio for a second. Oh, no. Aubrey's done the update for me, so I don't have to use the radio. Now we are in contact with all the other game drive vehicles out here. It helps us to find you guys the best sightings possible, and for their guests. And I can hear Jamie's actually following up on leopard tracks at the moment. Now, Robin also noticed suckle marks, and Robin would like to know, why is she mating with suckle marks? Now, that is a good question. There's one of two answers. She could have quite high estrogen and other hormones at the moment, due to the fact she's just given birth, and that could be confusing the male. Unfortunately, the more likely scenario is that she's lost her cubs. Now, I'm not sure whether this lioness, I don't think it's the one who's got the tiny cubs to the east of Buffelshoek, and it's definitely not the one who's got the three medium-sized, or not medium, they're still very tiny, but little cubs. So this is possibly the third Nkuma lioness who we knew what had given birth, because we could see the suckle marks on her, but we haven't seen the cubs yet. There's a possibility they've been killed, and that's why she's mating again. We're going to have to hang around here a bit longer to actually figure out exactly what's going on. And the other option is she could just be mating to get rid of this guy's attentions so she can get back to her cubs. But because of that high estrogen, the cubs might be very, very young, It's going to be a very interesting story to see how this one plays out. Oh, isn't that beautiful? A lovely morning light on that big boy's mane. He does look supremely comfortable. Now, unfortunately, it seems like Rusty's got a little bit of a technical issue, so Jamie's going to head back to see Peter and see if they can sort it out. Now, Kat is wondering, saying she's missed several drives. What happened to his mouth? Well, he got into a fight, possibly with one of the other members of his coalition, or even with a lioness. Ripped lips in lions is actually quite a common injury, and you see it very often, especially in males who do a lot more fighting. And it's causing him a little bit of discomfort. I've been watching him yesterday and today, and he's constantly sort of playing with it and licking. Now, as I said, not an unusual injury in male lions. It's actually quite a common one to have their lips split. Now, we're not sure how it happened, but I know it happened a couple of days ago, even possibly a week or so ago. The guys saw him with a split lip in Buffelshoek about 4 or 5 days ago. So isn't this fantastic? What a great... Oh, she's going to yawn. Well, looks like she might get up. And if she gets up, he's definitely going to be following her again. Now, we do know how incredibly... Oh, next yawn. Oh, waking up lions. And when you yawn, you can actually see the condensation coming out from their mouths. That's how cold it is this morning. Now, Justin's wondering, will that lip heal due to the enzymes in his mouth? Oh, big yawn. So it'll be interesting to watch her behavior, see if she tries to get away from him, to see whether, or she maybe got cubs and he's just getting a little bit confused signals from her hormone levels. Now, speaking about that mouth, Justin, let's have a look here quickly. We can see that scar, or that fresh cut. I'm just gonna, hopefully there should be enough shade. There we go. You can see it quite clearly there. The split there. It doesn't look that bad, and I do think it'll heal relatively quickly. Let's have a look if we can see. Oh, bless you. Lion sleazing next to me. You can see it's not that big. Of course, having to use your mouth for lots of different things as a lion, particularly eating and fighting, it might take a little bit longer, but I don't think that's going to be a major long-term injury, but it will give us a really nice way to identify him. A very distinct little cut in his left lip. And I must say, I'm quite happy we found them very early. It means not too much driving around in the freezing cold. We can sit and bask in the sun like the lions. Now, Elaine Cole's wondering about lions when they lose their cubs. Will they immediately go into estrus? Elaine, normally within a week they will be in estrus after losing their cubs. They're genetically programmed like that, and they have a very short gestation period, just over 3 months, between 90 and 100 days, and therefore if they do lose cubs, they can quickly get sort of back on the bandwagon and produce the next set of cubs. Now, one of the reasons for this very short and quick gestation period is probably because male lion coalitions or male lions don't spend too much time at the top. It's very seldom that they will spend sort of more than 4 years as the sort of kings of a territory. And oh, isn't she beautiful? And that means that they need to get those cubs up to an adult age, but the females must be... You silly lion. Sorry, I'll tell you what happened. Look at him, he still looks so confused. A dove landed literally just above his head, and he got the biggest fright. King of the beasts. And now male lions can be quite... Oh, here we go. I'm going to try to keep up with them so we're in the right spot when they mate. Oh no, don't go that way. Oh. All right. Here we go. Oh, look at that. It's never very long. Oh, he's going to roar. Wasn't that spectacular? So, as incredible as these mating pair, I just need to speak on the radio for a second. Herbie, you were trying to call me? So, I've just heard, I'm just trying to listen what's going on. There sounds like there could be some action close by. Of course, when I'm looking for a fast update, the radio is very busy. Herbie. Okay, copy, thanks. Are there any other stations interested in that position, apart from Jamie? Very exciting. exciting stuff. Just give me a second. Okay, copy. I'm going to start making my way towards there, and I think Jamie is as well. If there are other vehicles that want to come in, one of us will move out. So the rest of the Nkuhuma Pride are busy stalking buffalo just down the road. So I don't think these guys are going to move too far. Orbs, I'm coming from a retail access around the gate. I can pick up William for you. So the rest of the pride are stalking buffalo right next to camp. So I don't think these guys are going to move too much. So we're going to try. It seems like everyone... as I said, Jamie, while she's busy trying to, Peter's trying to fix the vehicle, the lions have just walked past them. So it seems like every time Peter tries to fix Rusty, I think it was Rusty last time, no, it was Wendy. The first he had elephants, and now this time he's got lions walking past him. So we're going to try get there while they're following. Apparently there's a big herd of buffalo. Now this can be really, really exciting. Lots of pandemonium, dust, growling lions chasing buffalo, buffalo chasing lions. So what a start to the sunrise safari. Now the reason we're both going there is we want to try get two vehicles in there, because when lions are hunting big herds of buffalo, it's quite difficult to always be in the right spot. But with two of us, we double our chances. Oh, I'm moving fast again. It's quite cold again. Remember, we're about to go, we've just watched lions mating live, and we're about to go follow lions hunting buffalo live in the middle of Africa. We're on Djuma Private Game Reserve, which is part of the Sabi Sands, which is part of the Greater Kruger, which is part of the Greater Limpopo Transfrontier Park, which is 8.5 million acres of unfenced wilderness, where the animals can roam free and live their lives. And we're lucky enough to follow them on a daily basis on this live safari, seeing little snippets into the secret lives of all these incredible creatures out here in Africa. I wear my gloves. Oh, I'm too excited. I'm not going to worry about putting on gloves. Let's get to lions hunting buffalo. Natasha in Ontario is wondering, what is my favorite thing about lions? Oh, that's a very difficult question, Natasha. Because quite often lions are one of the less interesting animals to see in the bush because they sleep so much. But I think when they are active, there's very little that can beat the action that they give, whether they're mating or whether they're hunting. I can't, let me think, what is my favorite thing about lions? I love their roars. I would say it's the raw power, and if you're ever lucky enough to get to see them hunting, especially things like buffalo, hippo, and even elephant, it's that raw power that they exude, and those muscles that ripple, I'd say is probably my favorite thing about lions. Wow! Lions everywhere today. There's 3 female lions in Torchwood as well. Those must be either Styx, Talamati, or even possibly what are they? Torchwood Pride. Okay, we're here now. They're the buffalo. Now they're the lions. Okay, I think I'm gonna go around the other way. So we've got buffalo right here. If we look on our right, so there they are. Buffaloes, buffaloes, buffaloes. And not more than 50 meters away, watching them. Oh, I didn't even see her. Let me rephrase that. Not more than 30 meters away, I was looking at the other lions. There she is. That looks like amber eyes. Now, I can't see. This looks like a group of Duggar boys. It's a big old buffalo bull. They're going to be watching to see if there's any one that's probably got a limp or showing a bit more weakness. Now, 3 lionesses, it is possible for them to catch a big buffalo bull like this. And especially now that we're in a drought, they might be not on the tip-top condition. So I want to ask Herbie something. Herbert. Herbie, where's the Hlambi of Nyari? Or is it just these Duggar boys? Copy, thanks. Oh, the cubs! Now, they're obviously spending time with the pride at the moment. And just make them out through the trees. Now, of course, if a buffalo happened to smell those cubs, they would try trample them. So you'll probably find the cubs will stay probably really close to where we are if the lionesses do decide to have a full go at the buffalo. A comment from Jamie, who is saying, watching the lions, she's watching them down this fire break all the way from camp. Okay, here we go. While Peter battles a gremlin. Look, she's just changed her body stature. Cubs, you're going to get into trouble, little guys. Look at that. She's changed. She's obviously picked up on something. I'm just going to move back a little bit, and I'm going to put ourselves in a position where we might be able to see a lot of what happens. There's another lioness, so that's 1, 2, 3 that we can see. There could be 4 of them here. Now, if there are 4 of them, that could really increase their chances. Now, what I'm doing is I'm putting myself in a position where I think the buffalo are going to run. Now, when it comes to hunting big cats, having a little bit of cat intuition and putting yourself in the right place is the best way to see what's actually going down. So it's great being behind the lines, and that's why I wish Jamie's car was working, because if we could put 2 vehicles into this, it'd be incredible. Because we'd position ourselves so we've got 2 different views, but hopefully those gremlins are fixed shortly. Now, I'm just going to sneak till I can see the lioness. I'm just checking. Also, I'm doing my own cat appraisal of the buffalo, seeing if I can see any weaknesses. So I'm thinking like a lion at the moment. So I'm saying, is there one with a limp? Is there maybe a slightly younger bull who's been left behind, who might be a little bit easier to catch? Okay, so we're just going to stand by here. Now, look, she's coming towards them. Now, we know there's another lioness below that we can't see. This is Amber Eyes. Oh, okay, just, you got it? Oh no, don't go for the one behind us. So she's assessing who's going to be the weakest. And this might take a while. They might follow them for half an hour, 40 minutes. Now there's almost no wind. And these are the buffalo bulls that we see around the Djuma pan. So that buffalo is a little bit separated from the others. It's also the closest to the lioness at the moment. Although he is a very big boy. He is looking quite old, a little bit stiff in the legs, but no obvious signs of massive weakness. And of course, this is a formidable animal. A big lioness weighs probably 300 pounds or so. A big buffalo weighs over 1,600 pounds. So here we go. They're slowly moving off, grazing. I'm just watching where the lioness is. And I'm just going to... Okay, I'm just watching the lions carefully. So we know there's a lioness down here. I saw across the road probably 50, 60 meters away from where this lioness closest to us is. It might be looping around this side, trying to push the lions back onto the other two or three the buffalo, onto the other two or three lions aside. Oh, she's on the move again. Now, when hunting buffalo, particularly buffalo bulls like this, you can see they're not as stealthy as they would be for a smaller prey. They know they can outrun them. Buffalo quite often use defense. Oh, I wish I knew where the other lioness is. Boom, sit down again. Wait for the right moment. So I've only seen 3 adult lionesses. That doesn't mean there isn't a fourth. That could be sneaking around where I can't see her. Oh, hang on, there are 4 lionesses. Okay, so I now account for 4 lionesses. So the odds just went up by a quarter. So at the moment, there's 1 lioness somewhere down there. And there's 3 behind us. Or 1 almost opposite us and 2 behind that. There she is. Next lioness is coming to join her. Next adult lioness. I'm keeping my eyes peeled to the sort of east of us just in case there's another one there. Now, Greg in Michigan is wondering, do the buffalo know or sense that the lions are near? Not yet. They have no idea, Greg. Now you see how she's looking to the east. She's looking for the fourth lioness. So I'm trying to see where she was looking, seeing if I can just spot the other lioness stalking. Now they might prefer a little bit of a thicker area, but it won't stop them chasing them in the open. This is very, very exciting. Now, of course I love wild dogs, but watching lions hunt buffalo is an incredible thing there. And lions aren't the most successful hunters. They only succeed about 1.5 times out of 10. Oh, lions on the move again. So let's hope they tried to catch things 8 times last night. And the Nkuhumas are very proficient buffalo hunters. It is one of their favorite things to catch. And I mean, that buffalo bull they caught on Arathusa about a week or two ago was absolutely massive. And they did that without the aid of any males. There are one female down who's with that male near Sydney's waterhole. Okay, third lioness and the cubs coming. Now at some point, Mom is going to give those little cubs an order, which means sit tight, little monsters. Oh. At the moment, the little guys are still trying to play. They're pretending Mom's leg's a buffalo. Okay. Amber's up. 2 lionesses have headed a little bit further to the east. Now the buffalo, as they're feeding, are becoming more and more spread out. So Sean in Secunda is wondering how good is a buffalo's eyesight. It is quite good, William. It's not excellent, but it is very reasonably good, I suppose, the thing. Now, they're keeping on, and I just want to keep up with the lead lioness at the moment. Now, remember, there's a 4th one that I can't see somewhere. And there's a buffalo that's all by itself. But they haven't seen it yet. 1, 2, 3. I wonder where that 4th lioness is. Oh, they're looking like they're becoming a little more serious. The buffalo all have their backs to them. Oh, they've spotted the lone buffalo. Look at that, look at that. So there's one buffalo that's a little bit further away from the rest. they're going for it. I'm just going to get us on the other side of this termite mound. Oh, but he's facing the wrong way. There's actually two of them there. Here we go. There we go. So I still don't think the buffalo have spotted them. There's a buffalo just to our right. And this looks like Amber leading the charge. Oh, she is such a beautiful lioness. Yeah, it is Amber. Hello, gorgeous. Wow. Oh, you are such a stunning girl. Now, exciting news. Jamie is up and running and going to be joining us in this lion buffalo hunt. There's a buffalo 15 meters away. Look at her, look at her go. Right there, right there. Look at that. She's getting very close. Jamie, go into the middle road through quarantine and then cut past that big marula to the western junction. You'll see the buffalo there and you should see our visual. I think being ahead of us where they might chase them is a good idea. Okay, I'm just going to go forward a little bit. We've got the two lionesses coming behind us. We're just going to get ourselves again into a position where I think the action is going to take place. Jamie, just cut straight across quarantine to the western edge. Okay, so that thicket there is where the lioness is. Jamie, don't bother going all the way around, just cut straight across the open area to western edge. So I'm just letting Jamie know exactly where we are. So at western edge quarantine track and the track that runs to Zoe's. The buffalo are moving towards that track that runs to Zoe's, and the lions are still on the track that runs back to access. FM. Okay, exciting stuff. It looks like we are going to get two vehicles into the sighting. And, oh, there we go, behind us. It's the lioness and cubs. I still think this is a big game. The cubbies. Can't see them there. Okay, they are coming closer to us. information. Alright, just zoom and I'll talk you in. And a little bit lower. There we go. Now the buffalo are heading to a slightly thicker area that might suit the lions a bit more. Okay, here she comes. Jamie, move forward a little bit maybe. So I'm putting Jamie on the other side of the buffalo. Look, isn't that just exquisite? Buffalo still have no idea she's here. She's going to use that termite mound. I'm just going to get us past this little bush. Oh, they spotted her. Or smelt her. Some of them did. She's still very, very close to one buffalo who hasn't smelt her. I think the wind's just changed. I'm just going to... taking us through a bit of a tricky spot here. Now, with lions hunting buffalo, they're actually not too worried once they've initially been spotted because they know they can just keep on them. Okay, let's have a look what's happening here. So the last visual I had of that Nkahuma lioness was going behind this termite mound. And that buffalo thinks it's seen something, but it's not sure yet. Maybe he smelt something. Maybe the wind's changed slightly. I think the cubs are what gave it away. Okay, so we're going to sit here while we sit here and try to figure out what's going on. Let's go to Jamie so she can say good morning to you.
Good morning and welcome on this really exciting sunrise safari. Quick introduction, my name is Jamie. I have Dave on camera with me and we've got lions hunting. So we have gone around to the other side, the direction that the buffalo bulls are moving in, and I have to tell you something. Watching this play out from camp has been quite stressful, hasn't it, Dave? It has been a little bit stressful. As we've been waiting, luckily Peter Braat, as always, proving to be incredible, and he has managed to fix Rusty, get her up and running again, and we are out here with 2 cameras to watch as this saga plays out. This is an incredible herd of buffalo bulls. We actually, on our way back to camp, when we realized that we would not be able to broadcast this morning, on our way back to camp I stopped and remarked upon it, pointed them out to Dave, the fact that it was such a huge herd of buffalo bulls. And believe it or not, on this very exciting morning we were actually tracking Sindile when everything changed. And this whole morning has most definitely not gone according to plan. We've got some space here. And Brent has moved a little bit further, so we're going to move as well. I'm going to try and get us just on the other side of the buffalo. Bear with me a moment. What an incredible morning! There's just stuff happening absolutely everywhere. Okay, where's Brent? Brent is through the trees over there. There's a trotting buffalo. There's some buffalo running down this way. I think that's just skittish because they've smelt lions, but they don't know exactly where they are. Oh, lions roaring. Oh, what a stunning winter's morning. There's a lion roaring off in the distance. Is it a male coming to give them a hand? Has he been distracted from his lady friend in order to head in this direction? Because if it is, it sounds like a male's roar. If it is a male, the game has changed completely. Because with just the 3 females also trying to protect the cubs and keep them out of harm's way, things become a little bit more tricky. But if you throw a male lion into the mix, you have got something completely extraordinary. An extra 200 odd pounds of animal, and that's just on top of the normal lion weight. But that's how much heavier he is. We've got to hope that he is, well, we're going to see if he is on his way to give the Nkuhuma ladies a hand. We're going to reposition to put ourselves in the best possible spot. While we do, Brent has got visual of that lioness.
Now the wind changed. Those buffalo that trotted off saw them. Now she's standing where the buffalo can see them, but there's an impala who hasn't seen them. And I told Jamie she can come here. They're heading back to the north. Well, she's not confused. One lioness in front of us is stalking impala. One lioness behind us is still interested in buffalo. Don't know where to look. Where should we be? On the one in front of us now? I suppose it's always better to catch an unexpecting prey than an expecting prey. We can't see the impala. I just saw it walk past in the direction she's looking. Just come in slightly to the west of me. There we go. I can just see the impala. There's buffalo still here, but they've seen her. But sometimes when they're hunting buffalo, they don't mind being seen. Negative, they're still stalking. Oh, and the cubs might just ruin it. They've just jumped onto the lioness who was stalking in front of us. Oh, I think it might be game up, thanks to the cubs. I don't think the impala spotted them, but it is quite far away, and her concentration seemed to be broken by the lion cubs. And Jamie's coming. I'm just showing her where the lions are. Let me just call it. Jamie, if you come in front of me, that's where the cubs are with the female lying down. Now, old Amber Eyes still seems set on buffalo. Now, she could spend the whole day watching these buffalo. Oopsie, there's my radio. I'm just going to... Now, the buffalo are supremely aware she's here. The wind has changed, blowing straight towards them, and she's been spotted. So just give you an idea of what she's doing. How's that? So you can see her here, and then the buffalo just directly in front of her. So there she is, and if we look up a little bit, there's the buffalo. So while we sit here with Amber and her steering of down of the buffalo bull. Jamie's moved around to the other side where the delectable little monsters are playing with one of the lionesses.
It's a tough job being a lioness with 3 rambunctious little cubs. Because hunting becomes that much more difficult when you've got 3 little ones that haven't quite grasped the basics of it. We've just got 2 of them here having an absolutely wonderful game, watched over by, I don't actually think Mom in this case, but I'm not 100% sure. I haven't had a close enough look at her. But they've been having an absolute ball. Look at them. I think Brent is right. They are the delectable little monsters. They will forever be known as the delectable little monsters. Oh, what have we got? Yay, buffalo dung. Yummy. What a good way to start a morning. It's my buffalo dung. Oh, well, we've each got a pile of buffalo dung. Oh. Put in place. It's amazing to watch these enormous cats with all of their power and strength being so completely gentle with the little ones of the pride. It's incredible to see. The third cub, just in case you're wondering, is off to the right of the other 2, and they're about to go, the little one's about to go stalk it. There we go. Reunited once again. Already these 3 little monsters have wrecked at least one hunting attempt. Helen, you wanted to know why they have the cubs with them when they go hunting. And the answer is it's just the age that they're getting to. They have to learn at some point through observation. What they'll do is they will, at this point, most of the time, they will be accompanying the pride whenever they go out hunting. And what happens when they get a little bit older is they will learn to fall back and let the lionesses stalk forward. But for now, they're just a little bit young and they don't really understand exactly what's expected of them. That looks like the male to me on the bottom. Just a very brief... Oh, I've got your toe! I've got your toe! Oh! Smack on the bottom. And Heather, on the subject of our little ones growing up, yes, the little cubs will feed off the kill at this point. Now, it's not like a wild dog society or pack where the babies come first. In the lion world, it's a rough and tumble and tough place, and they'll have to wait their turn before they get to nibble on any parts of the carcass. Wait until the adults have eaten their fill. Being bowled over by one of the lionesses. She's a mother, but I'm not sure if she's their mother that was swatting them about like that. Are you having fun there, Dave?
Holding it.
How cool is this? Ha! Got you. Practicing. That looks like a boy to me, doesn't it? Couldn't quite see properly. I'll leave it up to you guys with all of your screenshots. I think we might have a male and 2 females. But see if you can't screenshot and we can come to a better conclusion. They're rather tricky to tell at this point. Oh! What's happening? What's happening? Huh? This is a very exciting morning. Yes, if only you knew how frustrated your mother and aunts must be with you. Oh. Take down. Got you. Caught you. Caught you. Going to now exert the stranglehold. No, okay, you're getting up. Right, now we're going to take you down again. It's amazing. That instinct is there, even if they're just practicing it on Mom. Get him! Oh, this is so cool. The other lionesses have moved off, and she's trying, I think they're moving on to go and hunt, and Brent is with them now. But she's trying to keep the little ones back a bit from the whole proceeding. Probably with a great deal of frustration. Mommy, wait for me. Galloping off after her. Right, now we really are spoiled, aren't we? We've got got a full-blown lion hunt happening here. Just in miniature version. Let's go reposition quickly. Lion cubs and hunting lions. This is getting verging upon ridiculous at this point. But this is what we were so looking forward to. So, okay, little one. Oh, you're so tired. Just going to stop here. Let the baby catch up with mum. Oh, what have you found? What have you found? Oh, careful. That stick bites. Yes, you three. This is basically the lion equivalent of taking your 3 toddlers grocery shopping with you. It's that sort of level of frustration. I mean, not that I've ever taken 3 toddlers grocery shopping, but that's how I imagine it. Okay. We are sort of making light of the whole situation, but there is a danger to these cubs at a buffalo hunt. And Brock, you wanted to know what the sort of chances are that a buffalo might charge the cubs. It happens. It does happen. I couldn't give you an exact percentage, but I can tell you that cubs do get killed in buffalo hunts, and they do even get killed if buffalo locate the den site. So there's always that possibility in terms of the risk to the little cubs. And this is where, you know, in the initial stages where they're hidden away in the drainage line systems, the chances of them being found are relatively slim. But now, when they're actively out with the adults while the adults are trying to hunt, it does become very dangerous. Of course, the last thing the adults want is to put their youngsters at risk, so they've got to coordinate their hunting so that the chase, rather than bringing them back, sort of herding the buffalo back towards the rest of the pride, they've got to make sure that they keep the buffalo away from the little ones. We'll stop here. They're going into some very dense vegetation, or they're about to, because that's where the buffalo have gone. So life is about to get a bit more tricky. Oh, you are so ridiculously cute. You know, they've got us all wrapped around their little fingers, or toeses, in this case. Okay. Alright, over to Brent, who's got a better view than we do.
Now, the buffalo have possibly given up their one advantage, and that was the open areas. Now, of course, they're massively big animals. The lions are all directly behind them. I can just catch their movement every now and then through the bush behind the buffalo. They seem to be walking away directly behind the buffalo. They might be heading down towards the little river system there. There you can see the movement. There's a cub running past. So it is going to be quite difficult for us to stay with them, but this is a better hunting area for the Nkahumas. Lots of thick bush, good cover. And the buffalo know the lions are around. Now this is an age-old scenario that's playing out here. Okay, I've got one lioness through this gap, and 40 meters from the buffalo, there's another lioness over there. We can't really see them through the thickets. I think let's just stick on the buffalo for now. And I'm going to watch the lions, because we're not going to get a good visual of them. So if they burst out, it's going to be on that buffalo. Okay. Unless there's another buffalo I can't see a bit closer. Oh, here we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. They're splitting. Okay. Let's just watch what's going on. So I know there's that lioness you're looking at. Last I saw, there's another one probably 30 meters to her left, and another one 30 meters to the left of that. Here we go, here we go. Right in front of us, there's a buffalo running. Now the lions are going to start testing them. Oh, that Duggar boy thought the other Duggar boy wanted to fight. Now, obviously that buffalo just saw a lioness. They can see this lioness that's next to us, but we're going to stay on the buffalo because I don't know where the other lionesses are. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to say just there. Oh, where's my finger? There. There's a lion running around to the other side of them. Let's stick a little bit wide. So, okay, let's come there. Now, of course, it's quite thick. This lioness is coming right up. She's going to walk into shot shortly. Just stay a little bit wide. Stay there. There she is. See, now the buffalo definitely knows she's there. So what the lion's doing now are they're testing. Now, there we go. There we go. Now there's lots of buffalo there, so they're just testing. They're trying to find... Oh, there we go. She's being chased now. Jamie, just come in where I am. Okay. So that's the thing. You've got to really think about where you position yourself. And I said, we're not going to get the best visuals in this block. Now the buffalo are walking actually towards the lions. Look, there's another lioness. She just popped up next to us. Now, the buffalo haven't seen this lioness. So as they chase one lion, this lioness might get behind them. Oh, look, this buffalo might chase this lioness. He's just spotted. So this is really like a game of chess now. The buffalo, or the lions are testing the buffalo, seeing how strong their defenses are, and the buffalo are defending. And as I said, this can take quite a while. Now, we only got visual of the one lioness who's walking through there somewhere. There she is. Look at those buffalo. The buffalo are sort of trailing her. And to a degree, that might be a bit of a strategy because we don't know where the other lions are. Divide and conquer. Okay, let's move forward a bit. So the lions are testing, seeing if there's a buffalo bull with a bit of weakness, seeing if there's one who runs and gets separated from the rest of them. I just got to concentrate now. I'm going to chat to Jamie quickly. Now, you never know, the lionesses might drop in front here. There's a little river system. You can see some of the buffalo are just starting to, starting to feed again. And they've probably had run-ins with lions twice a week for the majority of their life. And most of the time the buffalo succeed. Jamie, do you have visual of any of the ngala your side? This old boy was sitting next to the pan all day. Copy. Okay, so we've lost a few of the lions. They might come up from behind the buffalo again. And last visual I had was just beyond those buffalo. Now what they're trying to do is put the buffalo into a run, turn them around, get those sharp horns out of the way, and try to get their soft backsides as a target. Now, it sounds like they've taken the cubs down there into the little river system there, so even if the buffalo come, there should be a little gully where they can hide. Now that buffalo over there seems to be staring quite intently into the bush, so there could be a lion there. That's the last place I saw a lioness disappear. Where are you, kitty cats? Where are you? This is the first time in a while we've managed to account for all 5 Nkuhuma lionesses. 4 here, and 1 mating near Sydney's waterhole. Let's see, he's turned his back now, and I just want to check carefully if that's not what the lions are waiting for. Sorry, head, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to peer around, see what I can see. Now, for an animal that's being hunted, these buffalo don't look too perturbed, do they? As I said, they're quite good at defending against lions. Now, if there had been a male lion here, it'd be a bit of a different story, but I think he's preoccupied. Let's just go deeper in here a little bit, see if we can see anything. Try to figure out what's going on. Now, of course, the lions might abandon this hunt till this evening. So the last place I saw a lion was around here. Jamie's checking a little bit further to the northwest. Now you can see the lions don't mind being seen when they're hunting buffalo quite often. It's part of the strategy to see which one might panic. Now you can see this area I was talking about, a good place for the cubs to stay if they are hunting seriously. Very thick, very steep. They're the lions. Now getting there is a different story. Looks like they've decided to take a break, and we'll try get in there, but I think Jamie's got the better camera for the job, so I'm just going to establish the sighting, and I might let Jamie go in there because they've got the camera with the super zoom. Jamie, I've got a visual of them. They're all sleeping in the drainage line. I'm going to try get in, but I think it's going to be better with your camera. So I'm just going to try find a way in. There might even possibly be not a good way in, looking at this is quite a thick area. That's lots of thorns on that one. There we go. Just trying to see what's going on. I can see one lioness. I saw the cubs right in front of me, but they're just too deep for me to see. I can see some other movement. Oh. Jamie, sorry, I think maybe do go to the other side. I've just got up and started moving. And there's no way to cross here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and watch them for as long as possible. And Jamie's going to try to scoot around to the other side. Oh, there's a cub. Hello, little one. Aren't you big and brave hunting buffalo? Okay, I'm trying to see. They seem to have headed almost due south. Can you hear the cubs calling? Ow! Ow! Wait for me! Wait for me! So I'm going to try watch exactly where they are. Because Jamie's trying to get around. As you can see, it's quite a steep drop off here. Okay, we're going to do the same. We're going to try go around, but we're going to try go east to get around. Now, I think getting in here is going to be easier than getting out. Jamie. From my last vehicle position, there's a jackalberry, a tallish jackalberry in the river system. They're heading straight, sort of southwest from there. Copy. Okay. Jamie's going to try get in from the west. We're going to try from the east. How are we behind us? Lots of thorns around here. Okay, so while we try to get out of this difficult spot, let's go see how Jamie's attempt to get around is going.
Well, we're in an equally difficult spot, to be 100% honest with you. Sure, but we could actually beach ourselves here. Come on, Rusty. Come on, Rusty. Up we go. There we go. And we're trying to follow up from the opposite end. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly where Brent had them. He said there's a tallish jackalberry tree, but to be honest, everything's a bit pretty much the same height from where I am. And I don't know exactly where he last had them, so we're stuck here too, trying to figure out exactly where to go. And I think I have led us astray, Dave. Sure. I don't know where to go. I have absolutely no idea where those lions actually are. We've managed to cross here, but we found ourselves in equal trouble. Okay, let's do this again. Come on, Rusty. There we go. And up the other side. Right. I think I don't actually know where to go from here. I'm trying to work out which is the best way. I'm just going to contact Brent. I was going to ask Brent where he thinks I should cross, but that's not going to help either because he's currently stuck himself. Now, I know where Brent is. I know vaguely where the lines are. But I think perhaps the western edge of quarantine, I think it's the only way to do this. What a pity! Too many river systems making life difficult. I think Brent said they were going southwest. That's my only problem with going all the way back east, in case they pop out here somewhere. This is one of the most difficult areas on Djuma in terms of trying to keep track of the animals. We should try and find the buffalo. They might be able... Well, that's where the lions will be heading to. Alright, let's try this again with feeling. Waiting here, there's a spot further in. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work either. Might even be better to go back to Zoe's road. I wish I'd seen them. If I'd seen them, if I'd known exactly which way they were going, it would be a lot easier to calculate where they're going to pop out. Not spot out.